YouTube land, it's Cassie again. I've just come back this morning from my 2-year checkup. So now I'll be seeing them at the clinic every 4 months instead of every 3 months. I have lost 1.1 kilos according to their scales since I saw them last in May. I've lost 4 centimetres off my hips and 3 off my waist. So I'm still, progressively moving in the right direction. It's not instant, it's not quick, but I'm happy with that. As long as it's going in the right direction, which it is, I'm happy. I'm really, really happy with that. I've now lost 27 kilos-ish since I started this trial, and I keep thinking to myself, how much bigger would I be now if I hadn't have had this surgery? That's what's been plaguing me lately. How much would I have put on by now in 2 years if I hadn't had this surgery? I think I might have put on 27 kilos by now. So it's been a godsend having this surgery. I don't regret it in the least. The pain was horrendous, but it's worth it in the end. I've been doing a lot more exercise lately. I've been doing 2 5-kilometre walks per week. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not doing it for exercise sake. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. The weight loss and the fact that it's exercise is just a byproduct of that. Sorry again, burping. We love my burping videos, don't we? Yeah, I had to have blood tests done this morning too, so I don't know if you can see my arm. Quite painful today. They took 9 vials of blood. I also had to do a urine test to check that I'm not pregnant, which was good fun, and Carol, the nurse, decided to joke for a second that it was positive. It gave me a heart attack. But no, all's good. As far as I know, my bloods should be fine. There's no reason they shouldn't be. Haven't been anything wrong with them up till now. Not much else has been going on. Like I said, I've been doing more exercise for the sake of liking it, not for the sake of exercise. I've been watching what I eat more, not restricting myself. I don't let myself feel guilty if I have something bad. We've covered this in previous videos. If I eat something that would be classified as bad, I don't let guilt be associated with that, because if I do that, I get into a guilt spiral, and that just makes me want to eat more, because I am a comfort eater. So I've just been plodding along. I've been working a lot, which is helping. I'm not home all day snacking on foods. I have to eat at specific times. The medication I'm on for my back and neck, which has become very painful that I need medication, requires me to eat before I take it. So I've been having breakfast, making sure I have breakfast so I can take my tablet in the morning before I go to work. Then lunchtime comes around, I have to eat at my lunchtime, obviously, because if I don't get food again until I leave work. So I eat, a relatively healthy lunch. I try and have a salad. Lately I've been having some poached chicken with a salad, green salad with tomatoes, lettuce, onions, cucumber, carrot, and just, the poached chicken with a bit of balsamic vinegar. Burping again, sorry. Yeah, I've been enjoying that for lunch. Dinners, I've been varying. I've been kind of jumping between things. I never make anything overly fattening, but if it is something that has a high fat content in it, I make sure it's something that's going to be bready. If it has bread and I have a drink, it'll swell, which makes me eat less because it swells up, and I don't feel hungry, and I feel full faster. So if I'm going to make like a homemade pizza, for instance, I make the dough myself at home. I add good things to it, like I use wholemeal flour, and I use flaxseed meal, which is supposedly really good for you and good for your heart. So I put that in there, make it even more kind of wholemeal-ish. And then when I put stuff on the pizza, I'll have like satay chicken with a bit of cheese, and I always use low-fat cheese. So that I'll have 1 small slice of that, and then I'll have a drink and give myself 20 minutes, and my stomach's full because the dough's swollen up. Just doing little things like that can restrict my intake of food as well. I did have an adjustment today. That just reminded me, with restriction of food, I had another adjustment today. I actually had one the last time I went in May as well, and I didn't do an update video then. I mean to, but I just got so busy with work, so I'm sorry. I hadn't lost any weight at all at my last appointment, so I didn't feel like really updating you guys on, failure. Well, not failure, but, no progression. So I hadn't lost anything in my last appointment, but they did tell me that they've done studies now, or Vibrant's done studies now, saying that our balloons can hold more than they originally thought they could. So originally I got a C-size balloon. I don't know what determines the sizes, but the C-size balloon could only fit 1.925 litres. So that was the original size that all I could take. I was sitting at 1.92 litres, or 1.9 litres. So I could have theoretically had 25 more mils as far as I was concerned. I got in there and Michelle told me that I could have as much as I want, up to 2.8 litres. So I was pretty stoked about that, and so I had a 100 ml adjustment that day to bring it up to 2 litres. And then that restriction was pretty good for about the first month. And then it feels like my body settles into it and I get used to it, and my stomach maybe tries to find another place to bulge out a little bit. But I have been noticing some pain. It's not really pain, it's like a dull, strange pain that I can't really describe. But I think it's when I get hungry, my stomach can't grumble anymore. It hasn't grumbled since before I had the surgery. So I haven't had my stomach grumble in 2 years. But I think when it gets empty and I'm hungry, it kind of spasms and it rubs against the balloon, and I get, associated pain from that. Because it can't properly grumble anymore, it's hitting the balloon, and that can't be feeling great, you're rubbing something against something else. So I've been getting that lately, just since I got this last adjustment though. Or up to 2 litres, not the one I just had today. And then when I went in today, I said, could I get another 100 mils? Michelle said that was fine. And yes, I got another 100 ml put in, so I have 2.1 litres now. I actually, when I weigh myself, I've said this before, but I take the weight of my balloon off. I don't think I should add that to my weight. It is going to be with me the rest of my life, but it's 2.1 litres now. That's just sitting there, not doing anything. It's adding weight to myself that I don't think is very fairly put there. If you're carrying a litre bottle of water and you stand on a scale, you're going to take that litre bottle of water off or put it down. I can't put my implant down, it's inside of me. So I take 2 kilos off my weight when I weigh myself. So yesterday morning was it? It was yesterday morning. I hopped on the scales and I weighed 126.9 kilos. So I take 2 kilos off my balloon because I hadn't had the adjustment yet, and so I was 124.9. I started out at 152.4. So that's a significant drop in weight. I think it's like 27 or 28 kilos, or around the 27 kilo mark. So I'm stoked about that. And when I get to the 30 kilo mark, I'm going to be giving myself a reward. I'm going to get a tattoo. I'm not sure where, but I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to be. So you guys can wait to see the video of that when I come home and I'm like, I got a tattoo, and be all excited. I think it's very important to reward yourself with non-food items when you're doing well. That's the key. If you make it a food item, you're just contributing to the problem. So when I lost 15 kilos, I decided to get purple streaks in my hair. Do you remember the purple I had in the front? That was my 15 kilo reward to myself. My 20 kilo reward was I bought myself an iTouch, and that was also a reward for starting work. So I had the money to buy it. My 25 kilo loss was piercing. I got a little tragus piercing. Not sure if you can see it, but it's there. And 30 kilos, I'm going to get a tattoo. I'm thinking of getting something with my son's name in it, and I'm thinking trying to incorporate little dumbbells or little weights hanging off the various areas of my tattoo with weight on them. So, 5 kilos, 10 kilos, 15 kilos, 20 kilos, 30 kilos, etc. To show that I've lost that weight, make it a little milestone. So every time I lose another 10 kilos, I'll go get another little weight tattooed on. And hopefully that will also encourage me to keep it off, because otherwise my tattoo will be invalid. And that would be stupid. That's the mental edge I need, so I'm going to stick with that. But yeah, I've just been going along, doing everything I need to do. I do need to ramp up my exercise to 3 times a week, which is what Michelle told me. I'm going to try and do that. I don't know when I'm going to get it in, because as I said, I'm working and I'm a single parent, so I'm going to try and have to work that around my son. When I go exercising with my son, it's more of a leisurely stroll. It's not a proper exercise. I like to walk fairly fast in general. When I'm walking around the place, I don't plod along. I walk fairly purposefully. So when I'm out exercising, I like to kind of, almost power walk. And he kind of gets around and doesn't really want to do it and whinges and wants to play on every piece of equipment that we come to. So it's not really an exercise type thing when I'm going out doing it with him. And I would prefer to actually get my heart rate up and attempt to lose some weight while I'm doing it. Even though I said I'm only doing it because I enjoy it, I do enjoy walking faster. So I'm thinking once a week I'll take him, twice a week I'll go by myself. And hopefully that'll be enough to kind of get the kilos shifting. I made a really big decision in the past couple of months that I'm going to try and have a baby at the end of this trial. In our contract that we signed at the beginning of the trial, it said, you agree not to get pregnant during the trial. If you do, we will take the, saline out of your balloon and basically kick you off the trial. So I signed that and I agreed, that's fine with me. At the time I didn't want any more children. My son was enough. But now lately I've been realising that I would like to have another child. So I decided at the end of this trial I'm going to start trying. So that was a nice kind of happy decision to make. I do want to lose at least another 20 kilos, try and get as close as I can to 100 kilos, if not under, before I start trying. I don't want to go into this obese. I don't want to have another child while I'm obese. It just makes things so much more difficult. I want to be in a healthier place when I have another child. Both for myself and for that child, so I can give them the best of myself. And my son, who I already have, I want to give him the best of myself as well and show him that you can do anything you put your mind to. So yeah, I'm not really doing much else. I don't have anything else to update you on. If you guys have any questions, please write them in the comment section below and I will answer them. I haven't had many people ask me questions actually. Maybe I talk too much and I give you all the information that you need now. Rate my videos if you feel like it. Give me a thumbs up, that would be great. Subscribe if you want to know more about me and want to know when the next video is going to be posted. And that's about it. Please ask questions. If you're curious, ask. I'll answer anything, almost anything, within reason. It's not too personal. I'm an open book, I really am. So if you want to know anything, don't be afraid to ask. There are no stupid questions, there's just stupid people who want to ask a question, as far as I'm concerned. So, everybody, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Hopefully I will have lost more weight. We will have to wait and see. And maybe I'll have a tattoo. So, we'll wait and see. Bye.